Walker, and I am a 6th grade teacher.
Okay. When you were 18, what were your plans?
Wow. When I was 18, my plans were originally to become a school social worker. Miss Williamson, my high school social worker, really influenced me to want to become a social worker. And I wanted to go into the field of social work. And then at 18, I was at Elizabeth City State University, and I realized that I did not like the social work program. So from there, I decided that I would go into elementary education because it was the most comparable, and I have been teaching since 2002.
Okay. What was your first job? And do you think that job helped you become the person that you are now?
Wow, my very first job was Taco Bell in Kildover Hills. And I would absolutely say it did help me to become exactly who I am today, because I was working on the beach, and when you work in a tourist location, you learn to deal with all types of people from all walks of life.
Definitely.
You have no other choice but to learn how to adapt and adjust. You have to know how to communicate well with others. You have to know how to roll with the punches. You never know, someone could come in, it could be a great day or it could be an absolutely horrible day, because you never know who you're going to be dealing with. But I would definitely say that it taught me resiliency, it taught me stick-with-itness, and it definitely gave me the courage to be exactly who I am.
What do you think shaped your career?
I would have to say my career was mainly shaped by my younger brother, my little brother Jonathan. He's 7 years younger than me. And being the older sibling that was still there in the house with him and mainly was responsible for helping him get his assignments done, I learned then that I did have a knack for teaching. And so I decided that I would prefer to go into education. I enjoyed helping him. I enjoyed making sure that he understood. Seeing the light bulb go off for him really made all the difference for me.
Was it always math, or do you like English too?
Math has never been my favorite subject. Ms.
Really?
Walker is the math teacher. I absolutely abhor math. I am saying this on film. Ms. Walker hates math. I have never liked teaching math, but I always end up being the math teacher because I make it easy for the kids to understand.
Right.
My first love is social studies.
Really?
I've always wanted to be a social studies teacher. I have always loved teaching social studies.
Math is not my subject at all.
Math is not my subject
Definitely
either, although my scores say otherwise.
Do you think that you could teach another 10 years?
10 years ago, I would have definitely said emphatically yes. Now, I honestly don't know. 10 more years from now, I'll be a year 25. And to be really honest, with the shifts in education, the differences with the students that I teach now, I don't know. State of North Carolina really doesn't make it worthwhile anymore to teach. So I'm not sure. I really don't know. But more than likely the answer would be yes, because I love the kids.
Would you teach in another state?
Possibly. If there was an option to do so, more than likely, yes.
Okay. What steps did you take to pursue college? College.
A college. Well, I will say I actually was AG. I skipped 1st and 2nd grade, so I was already ahead of everyone else in my class. I spent a lot of time in the guidance office. I always went to the college fairs. I made sure that I stayed up on anytime they had fee waivers for the SAT or the ACT. I made sure that I knew college requirements. My first choice for college was actually Morgan State University.
Really?
But because I graduated at 16, my mom told me that I was too young to go away from home, and I
That's
had to go to
crazy.
Elizabeth City State. So I made the best out of it, and I went to ECSU, and I did my 4 years, and Viking pride.
What are some of the rewards of your job?
Being able to look across from one of my babies. I love to see how much my students have grown. It really makes me proud to see my students actually flourish. It is the best feeling in the world to know that I actually had that much of an impact on another child's life.
You really have. You really
It never ceases to amaze me. I see so many of you all so often in the stores. I have had full-fledged adults run to me. Hey, Miss Patterson. Baby, I have no idea who you are, but hey, you don't remember me? I was in your baby, you don't look like you looked in '93. I don't know. But hey, sweetie, how are you?
How are you?
It has been. I love to see how much my students have grown.
My brother talks about you too.
Yes. Oh,
He's
my
a
God.
mess. Oh, he's too much for me. Do you feel like you're still learning to do your job?
Absolutely. In the field of education, everything changes from one moment to the next. We are constantly, literally, teachers are definitely lifelong learners. And the same way I encourage my students to become lifelong learners, I, as an educator, am definitely a lifelong learner. We have so many new rules and regulations, stipulations, all types of legislation passed. We have to stay abreast of what's new, what's coming, because they don't always just voluntarily give us that information. So as long as you're in education, you have to make sure that you stay on top of it so you're doing exactly what needs to be done.
How has this career helped you in your personal life?
Being a teacher has introduced me to so many different people from so many different walks of life. It has really made me a more cognizant person. I'm a lot more aware of my surroundings. I'm a lot more in tune with my community because I get to see the entire community. Some people only focus on the community in their neighborhood, down their street, 2 doors down. I'm able to see the full gamut of Elizabeth City.